days in 2020, so maybe we can actually keep track of days a little bit more in 2021. I hope you guys had a wonderful celebration, and thank you for joining me this morning. So what I've been thinking about these last couple days coming into the new year is an element of the yamas and niyamas from this lovely practice of yoga. And the one that I've been thinking about lately is tapas, or self-discipline. And this morning I was reading a little bit more about tapas, and the author of the book that I have created an image of an open meadow that needs an annual burn. And she talked about how there's this kind of fear about just lighting a match and lighting this field of dry grass up in flame, but that fear could stop from this beautiful new growth that comes after burning that field out. So this imagery of this kind of torched field, and then days later, some new growth, some new greenery coming up through that kind of charred, torched earth. So to metaphorize the last year, 2020, we were burning the field out. And then this year, maybe we can bring in some of this new growth, these new little saplings of growth after all burning it all down. So in our practice today, this idea of tapas applies to burning off our hesitation towards strength. So in moments of challenge, that physical sensation of heat, burning off our resistance to having strength. So that's what we'll focus on today physically. We'll talk a little bit more through this idea of tapas as we move as well. So let's get grounded to start. Let's get on our backs. Any back lying posture that sounds good this morning. Always an option to take knees out wide, hands on your torso or down at your sides. I'll just take a moment to land into this space, wherever you are, the four corners of your mat. As you draw your attention towards your breath, hold softly in your mind an image of something that you wanted to burn through and to leave behind in this year behind us. It might not come to you now, it might come to you throughout this practice. Welcoming that idea in and something that you want to leave in this past year. And understanding that we must clear that space, we must clear that out, truly burn that off to experience some growth, some new life in this year ahead of us. And taking the breath a little bit deeper now, full inhales to create a little bit more space through the torso. Gentle rise of the front side of the body as you inhale and fill up air. And then a little bit more heavying energy through the back side of the body as you release that air down. And a couple more rounds of breath here on your back. As you're ready, we'll start to come into some movement. So extend your arms and legs out long overhead. And starting to take up even more space on the ground. Open the whole front side of the body, extend the fingertips nice and long, open up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. And then heavy the back sides of your shoulders down. One last sweeping inhale through the toes, through the fingertips, big inhale. As you exhale, gather your knees towards your chest, give yourself a squeeze. And keep the knees hugged in nice and tight. Maybe take some circles with the low back on the mat. And from here, we'll kick one foot and then the other up towards the sky. Keep your arms down at your sides. Draw the toes down towards your face. Get a little longer through the back sides of the legs. As you extend your heels up towards the sky, keep the backs of the hips nice and heavy. And from here, we're going to point both toes up towards the sky. Lower the right leg down towards the ground to hover. And then lift it back up towards center. Nice slow movement to start here. Just take the full range of motion that allows you to keep the belly engaged and allows you to keep the neck relaxed. And you might take a little bit more fluid motion as you scissor the legs side to side. Taking out that moment of hesitation in the center. Turn this more into a kick side to side. Keep pointing through the toes, heavy through the tail. Draw in through the belly. For the count of 3. 2, 1, draw both knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. And from here, we'll shoot the toes back up towards the sky, pointing long through the front side of the legs. Open your legs open, any amount, and then resist the air as you drag the heels back together in space. Point the toes, open the thighs. Flex the toes, close the thighs. And take that a few more times. So taking the lateral motion, now we're going side to side. And keeping the attention at your midline as you draw everything inwards. And then keep that engagement as you let the legs fall open. And just 3 more times like this, kind of swinging the legs open and close in space. Last time you're at center, stay there, draw the knees into the chest. Take some circles with the tail. And take one last variation here. This time extend both legs up towards the sky. You can take your hands behind your head or keep your arms down at your sides for support. If you want a little bit more abdominal challenge, lift the crown or lift the forehead up towards the ceiling. Anywhere you go with the upper body, we're just going to start to make some slow circles with both legs glued together. Pointing through the toes. Tiny little circles like you could draw a circle on the ceiling with the tips of your toes. And keep going with that circle in the direction you're in. Pause in the center, take it the opposite direction. Keep the elbows out wide if the fingers are interlaced behind your head. And we'll take one more round of circles this direction, hug both knees in, let the back of the head fall heavy. We'll come towards a gentle happy baby here for a moment, drawing the knees wider than the chest, reach for your shins, your ankles, your toes. A little compression through the hip. As we prepare to come up towards a seat, draw your knees back in towards center, take a couple rock and rolls, and to bring yourself all the way up towards the center of the mat. Once you find that seat, you can keep rolling over yourself to come towards tabletop. Open an invitation in tabletop to take whatever fluid motion feels good through the body. An extra roll of the shoulders, roll of the hips. And so as we consider that thing, whatever event, maybe it was a practice, a habit that we wanted to burn, we wanted to leave behind in 2020. The focus here is creating that room for new growth. And so in this Yamas and Niyamas book that I have, the author says that tapas is the day-to-day choice to burn non-supportive habits of the body and mind, choosing to forsake momentary pleasures for future rewards. And so we can do it with our physical bodies here on the mat. We can do it off the mat. We just got to keep this attention moving forward with us. And from tabletop, we'll take a couple rounds of cat-cow, take an inhale to lift the chest, lift the tail. Exhale, curl the spine towards the ceiling, cat pose. Take that a few times with your full inhale and exhale. Postures come a little deeper each time you come into cat and then cow. Next time you find yourself in cat, hold that posture. Pull the belly button through the spine, come a little bit higher, lift the heart from the mat. And from there, keep pressing into your hands, lower the spine back to neutral. And kick your right leg long behind you, point through the flexed or lifted toes. And square your hips down towards the ground. And then we're gonna find that kind of cow shape in the spine. So gentle lift of the chest, lift of the gaze. Lift your back leg just a little bit higher. We'll hold here, pulse your lifted leg for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your right knee in towards your chest, puff up the spine like cat. And step your right foot between the hands. We'll take a moment to land in a lunge here. Shoot some more weight forward. And square the hips, press firmly through your left hand, reach your right fingertips up towards the sky. Big open arm twist here. You might widen your stance, create a little bit more space for your hips. Last big inhale, open. As you exhale, plant your right hand on top of your right knee. Lift the left fingertips forward in front of you. And then extend your right hand back behind you. So coming into an open arm twist in this low lunge shape. Find your hips in space, square the hips. Engage your belly, open through the chest. We'll stay here for one more inhale. As you exhale, dive the right hand back behind you, either to the low back or behind the left thigh. Start to reach a little higher through the left fingertips. Revolved low lunge shape here. Last big inhale. As you exhale, left hand plants back down to the ground, reach up through the right fingertips. Preparing for half side plank so you can kickstand the left shin. Extend your right leg towards the back of your mat. Seal the sole of the foot down towards the ground. Reach tall through your right fingertips. And feel this energetic lift through the fingers. Match that in the right hip. That right hip bone lifts 1 inch higher. Inhale. Exhale with control from your belly. Come back down towards tabletop. Lift that right leg up and back behind you. We'll take this cat-cow movement in the spine one last time on this side. Bring the spine towards more of a cow shape as you lift the right leg high. We'll take a pulse for the count of 4. Keep the belly strong for 3, 2, 1. Come back down to tabletop, shake out the hips. We'll take those same postures on the other side. As you're ready, come back towards neutral spine, shoot the left leg long behind you. Holding in through the belly. Working to engage in the abdominals without gripping in the shoulders. You can find that kind of neutral positioning, neutral sensation in the shoulders. Keep that. Square the hips, extend a little longer through the pointed left toes. We'll start to open the chest, lift that back leg just a little higher. Spine comes towards cow. And then we'll take it to cat. Draw the left knee in towards the chest, puff up the spine nice and tall. Clear some space to step your left foot between your hands. The hands plant, keep lunging weight forward. Re-square the hips, right hand plants, lift your left hand high, low twisted crescent lunge. If you want to scoot the legs a little bit wider, always a good option. And keep peeling your left shoulder open, last time with breath, inhale. As you exhale, left hand on top of left knee, push yourself up as you extend the right hand forward. Left hand goes back. Open twist through the chest. Engaging through the center line. Stay strong in your base. Peel that left shoulder a little further open. Last big inhale. Exhale to revolve your warrior. Drop the left hand back behind you. Lift through the right fingertips. Hand might come to low back, maybe behind the right thigh. Either variation. Take one last big inhale into the shape. Exhale, drop the right hand down. Left hand comes back towards the sky. Push the ground away through the right hand, kickstand your right shin. We'll step back towards half side plank. Left leg extends back, reach through the left fingertips. And just as you feel that buoyancy through the fingertips, through the lifted fingers, mirror that in that left hip. Push the ground away through the left leg. Last big inhale. With control, come back down towards tabletop. Lift the left leg long behind you. And point through the lifted toes. We'll take the cow shape in the spine, inhale. And pulse for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down to tabletop, shake out your hips. Maybe make some circles side to side. Preparing to move up and off of the mat from here. Look back at your knees, tuck your toes under. Keep a really deep bend in the knees, shoot your seat back towards your heels. And then really press down through the palms. Look forward at your fingers. Sealing this intention of practice, of committing to the discipline that begins growth. Press those palms down, push the mat away as you slowly lift your tail up towards the sky. Starting to take the bend out of the legs. Pedal out the legs, straighten one and then the other. First down dog of day, maybe the first down dog of the year. We'll use this familiar shape just to tap in to presence in these 4 corners. This space that's safe for you to explore some growth. Let yourself kind of go there in the mind. Let yourself consider your inner thoughts as you move. As you give yourself that permission, you give yourself permission. Those around you get that permission as well. As you take this time to move, take a big inhale, look back towards your toes. Exhale, look forward towards the toes. Step or hop towards the top of the mat. Once you find the top of the mat, slow inhale, halfway lift your spine, hands to shins. We'll hold this halfway lift for a couple rounds of breath. So a little bit of opening through the chest. Tip some weight further forward. As the belly turns on, use that engagement, that heat from center to stay lifted through the chest, strong through the spine. Last big inhale. Exhale, release, forward folds. Inhale all the way up towards standing upward salute. Reach the fingertips high. And clap the hands together overhead. As you plant firmly through the palms, resist that upwards energy through the heels, dropping weight heavy in the heels. Like you could split yourself apart at center. Big inhale to lift and reach. Exhale to ground heavy. Draw your palms towards heart center. Bow forward, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. And plant your hands, bend into both knees, step back towards plank shape. We're gonna come in and out of plank with breath towards down dog. So nice strong shape in plank. Shift a little bit more weight into the toes. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, pike the hips up and back, down dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plank pose. Couple rounds of breath in plank. As we come in and out of this shape, the goal is to build that heat. The heat that naturally arises when we try to create change and change our state of being. That heat's a sign that we're doing it. From plank, take a big inhale, up and back, down dog. And pedal out the legs. We'll prepare to come forward towards plank once again. Glide the shoulders forward, push the mat away, plank pose. And so each time we come back into this plank, getting a little stronger, a little bit more committed towards pushing the earth away. And pushing our resistance towards growth away through the palms. Last big inhale in plank. Exhale, up and back, down dog. From down dog, lift a little higher from the seat. Bend deeply into the knees, lower the seat towards tapping the heels. As close as you can get, this little spring shape. Turbo dog shape will come right back up to down dog. Continuing to create the heat on the front side of the body, lower the knees to hover towards the ground. Push the mat away, lift the seat, down dog. We'll take that 3 more times, lowering the knees to hover. Lifting the legs. Lower and hover. Push the mat away, lift the seat, down dog. Last time, here we go. Lower towards turbo dog. This time from turbo, shoot forward towards plank. Lower your knees towards the mat. With the knees lowered, lower the torso all the way down as well. And take an inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more times like that. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down. Really hug the elbows in towards your sides as you lift. Lower back down, push through tabletop, up and back, downward facing dog. And so we've built some nice strong components of that sun A sequence. As we call in that sun, that solar energy. And we'll take this sequence 2 more times. From down dog, inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, upward salute, fingertips reach. Full exhale, bow forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, make your way back towards plank. From plank, your vinyasa. Lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. With your breath, 1 last round, big inhale. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift. Plant hands, step or hop back towards chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend deeply into the knees. Lower the knees all the way down towards the mat. Sit back onto your heels or take child's pose, either posture. With child's pose, forehead drops. You're taking a seat, draw palms to heart center. So we've considered those things we want to leave behind. Maybe it's one particular thing. Maybe we're still trying to define what we'd like to leave behind in 2020. But we bring that vision of that charged field into our mind. This blank slate for growth ahead of us. And what do we want to fill that field with? You might envision a plant, one of your favorites, blossoming up through that burnt ground. We can do the same, and we'll do it with our bodies here on the mat. Take an inhale, rise back up if you're on your knees to reach your fingertips high. We'll all meet back up in tabletop shape. And from tabletop, tuck toes, shift up and back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of the mat. From forward fold, back of the mat, take an inhale, halfway lift your spine. As you exhale, drop your seat low, guide your palms towards heart center. And coming into our first chair of the day. You might take a little bit of a bounce in the seat. If you're working towards building heat, towards finding a little fuller expression of this shape. You can bounce in and out of that depth. Engage your belly the full time. Drop your shoulders from your ears. As you build that heat, keep your focus there. Stay there with breath. Last big inhale. Exhale, pour it out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, straight back down towards chair. Drop the seat, draw hands towards center. So we know what that sensation is. We know what we can sustain. How can we drop a little bit deeper? Where can you let go? Where can you engage? Last big inhale. Release it on the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Gentle bend in the knees, walk out towards downward facing dog. From down dog, guide your attention back towards your feet. Next inhale, square hips, three-legged dog. Reach your right leg high. Create that hugging in, scissoring sensation through the inner thighs. As you engage from the midline, push the mat away, lift your right leg just a little higher. Find your challenge point, stay there, one last inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Draw the knee higher towards the chest, puff up your spine. Step your right foot through. And from here, we'll seal the back heel down towards the mat. Setting up the stance for warrior one. Press the ground down and away through the heels, lift your fingertips high, warrior one. As you set up this shape, imagine pushing away what's behind us to that back heel. In the center of the torso, the heart space, is this present moment. And the front foot is what we're lunging towards. That growth that we're looking forwards to. Full expression of this warrior one shape, drop the shoulders heavy. Once you find that strength in the base, interlace your fingers behind your back. The interlace of the fingers, draw your chest open. If that's too much, you can take your palms towards your low back. Wherever you go, you're gonna take a half humble shape. So just start to tilt the chest forward until you feel your belly turn on. You might feel that challenge turn on in the front quad a little bit more. That's a sign that we're both burning off old habits. That heat is creating something new. And keep that tilt forward of the chest, stay strong, last inhale. As you exhale, release the grip of the hands, frame your front foot. We'll step back towards downward facing dog. Big inhale, breath. Exhale through the mouth. Next inhale, three-legged dog, left side, reach your left leg high. Attention comes back towards the midline as you push the mat away, lift that left leg just a little higher. Using that engagement from center to keep your balance, big inhale, breath. Slow exhale, knee to chest. Puff up the spine nice and high. Clear your space, drop the left foot down. Setting up for warrior one on this side, find your foundation. Keeping that engagement at center line, reach your fingertips high. Bringing back that kind of three-part vision in this shape. Back foot pushing back behind us. Heart in the center, lunging forward towards the growth we want. Last big inhale. Exhale, arms come behind your back once again, opposite thumb on top this time. Interlace the fingers, open through the chest. With stability from center, start to tip your chest forward. So this half humble warrior shape, just letting the heart guide us forward, like there's a magnet reaching out in front of us from the space of the chest. And keep the chest lifted, push the foot away behind you. Commit a little further into the lunge in the front leg. Last big inhale. Exhale, release. Hands frame front foot, step back towards down dog. From down dog, we'll take a vinyasa or stay here. You're taking your vinyasa, lowering down towards the mat. Inhale, up dog with cobra. Exhale, down dog. And take an inhale through your nose. Exhale as you travel towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up towards standing upward salute. Reach nice and tall through the fingers. Drop down towards your chair shape once again. So you might take a little bit of a gentle bounce through the seat. You want to take a static hold, play around with your arm variation. Hands at heart center, arms at your sides. For full expression, fingertips come up towards the sky. Maybe drop your eyes heavy to close for a moment. As you feel that heat building in the body. Keep breathing into that heat, that shake, that wobble. And pull your belly into your spine like you're giving yourself a hug. Last inhale breath. Release on the exhale, forward folds. One last big round of breath, folded forward. Take your next inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, take a little baby back bend, open the chest towards the sky. Reach your fingertips high, inhale. Exhale, straight back down, chair pose. Any variation you want to take with the arms. The shape, very clear metaphor for the year behind us. With plenty of challenge to be had, plenty of growth to be had as well. Maybe take that expression of growth with the palms, lift your fingertips up towards the sky if they're not already. Big inhale. Exhale, release, forward folds. And take a deep bend in both knees. Let the chest fall heavy on top of the thighs. And from here, we're going to transition back towards a downward facing dog. Plant through the hands, step the feet back behind you. One more opportunity for a vinyasa here to rinse out that sequence if you want it. Otherwise, maybe just gliding forward towards plank and then back towards down dog. And from down dog, you'll sink your seat down towards your heels once again. Lower the knees all the way down towards the mat. We'll all come back towards child's pose for a few rounds of breath. Knees together, knees out wide. Start to drop the forehead a little heavier. And surrendering that heavy heart space down towards the ground, down towards the earth. In this reading on Tapas that I've been going through, another passage says that Tapas eventually changes our nature, turning us into a cauldron that can withstand any of life's challenges. So when we've done that little trial by fire, those large trials by fire, we're strengthening our material, becoming that cauldron that can cook through anything. And we've done that work, and it's been a year of work, of heat building. And so we'll take that forward with us into growth. From your child's pose shape, as you're ready, come up towards tabletop. And take a gentle shake of the hips side to side as we prepare to add on a little bit more movement here. And from your tabletop, tuck toes under. And shift up and back, downward facing dog. And so we're gonna open this full creative sequence today with another vinyasa. Always feel free to skip it or take any variation of vinyasa. With breath, glide forward towards your plank shape. Lower down halfway or all the way to the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, three-legged dog. Reach the right leg high. And keep that leg lifting. We've been here before. From here, we're gonna lift and lower the right leg to tap. Keep equal weight in the palms. And keep the hips square. As you slowly lower the right leg and then lower to tap. 2 more times to lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Step the right foot between the hands. Keep sending weight forward. Step the left foot between the hands. Take an inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale the foot. Inhale all the way up towards standing. We're gonna take chair again. Your expression, drop the seat low. On your next inhale, shoot back up. Reach the fingertips high. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Coming towards crane shape. Grow a little taller in the left leg. Lower your arms down at your sides as you lower your right foot to hover over the ground. So pushing down so much through the left leg, you can be tall enough to float this right foot. We'll take an inhale, draw the knee up, crane pose. With control, lower the right foot down, hover. Inhale to lift. Exhale to hover. 2 more times. Lift high. And lower. Lift high. And lower. From here, swing your right foot back behind you, kind of half mat's distance. We're setting up for pyramid pose. So from here, you can either take hands towards hips, arms at your sides, or you can interlace the fingers once again. And kind of like that half humble warrior shape, except for the front leg is straight. Start to bow your chest forward over the front leg. Working towards paralleling the chest down towards the ground. Keep a gentle bend in both knees here. As you dive the chest forward, keep the belly nice and strong.
Well up north and that, just like saying what's going on.
And the belly supports that lift, keeping the chest proud. We'll stay here for one more inhale.
All over the place in a good way.
As you exhale, bend into the front knee, set your feet up for crescent lunge. So all of the back foot. Release the grip of your fingers, reach your fingertips high. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, open arm twist, left hand back behind you, right hand reaches forward. And so this posture can create so much challenge, so much heat through the chest. Release some of that heat with your exhale breath. Inhale, engage at the belly. Exhale, release the shoulders, open a little wider. Last big inhale. As you exhale, revolve to crescent lunge. Drop the left hand back behind you, reach the right hand top. So again, that left hand can come to your low back, behind the back thigh. Wherever you connect, recommit a little further towards the lunge. Reach a little higher through the right side body. Inhale. Last full round of breath. Breathe it in. As you exhale, open out, warrior 2. Drop the back heel down. Take a moment to sink fully into your warrior 2 shape. Bring your hands towards your hips, straighten the front leg. Release your neck and shoulders, maybe even take some shoulder rolls. You've already given yourself permission to take this time for you. These next few moments on the mat. How do you want to feel in your body in those moments? Release a little bit more through the upper body, and then recommit to your warrior 2 shape. Drop into that lunge. And create some lift through the center line by engaging the inner thighs. From warrior 2, gaze over the left middle finger. Take an inhale. And flip the left palm up towards the sky, reverse your warrior. Different dimension of side body stretch here. Using the breath to do the work in that left side body. Open up a little bit more as you inhale. Exhale, side angle pose, left elbow down, reach your right fingertips high. And so if you're super familiar with side angle, take any other variation, maybe reach the left fingers down towards the front heel. Using this posture to stay with breath. Last big inhale. As you exhale, square the hips, plant the right hand inside of the front foot. Hop onto the ball of the back foot. We're taking a full twisted crescent lunge. Lift your left fingertips high. So with that back knee lifted, you might be able to widen your stance slightly. You'll open the chest, one last inhale. Exhale takes us towards side plank. So either push the mat away, kick straight back, or kickstand your right shin first to support us half side. Either variation. We'll match that lift through the fingers in the left hip bone. 1 inch higher inhale. Use the strength from the belly, control from center, roll back towards plank. From plank, shift the seat up and back, down dog. Catch your breath, inhale. Exhale, turbo dog. Bend into the knees, drop the hips low. From here, shoot forward towards plank. Take a vinyasa if you want it, or straight up and back, down dog. And take a moment to refocus your breath here in this down dog shape. And preparing to take these same postures on the other side. And taking each breath a little bit deeper as you move. And from downward facing dog, inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute, reach the fingertips high. Exhale, straight down, chair pose. And find a depth you can hold, an expression you can hold in the arms and the hands. And once you find that shape, full inhale breath. Full exhale, release, forward fold. From here, inhale all the way back up, upward salute. This time, draw the left knee up towards the chest, crane pose. Grow nice and tall on the right leg. Lift through the side bodies, inhale. Exhale, lower the left foot down to hover. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hover. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hover. 2 more times like that. Reach tall. And hover. Last time to reach. Hover and float. From here, swing your left foot back about half man's distance. Once that back foot lands, interlace through the fingers. And taking that grip through the palms might allow you to open your chest a little further. Let the heart lead you forward. Start to tip forward from the hips. And coming towards this floating pyramid shape. Oh, like there's a rope tied towards the palms, lifting your palms a little bit higher. As you open through the shoulders, last big inhale. Exhale, bend into the front knee, come onto the ball of the back foot. Setting up for a high lunge, release the grip of the fingertips, reach your fingers high. And find your balance. And bring everything towards center as you inhale. Exhale, open arm twist, right hand goes back, left hand goes forward. Notice the tendency of the hips to kind of want to open with the chest. See if you can keep the hips square towards the short front edge of the mat. Stay with this physical challenge. Last big inhale breath. Exhale, revolved crescent. Drop the right hand back behind you. Reach the left fingertips high. Side body stretch as you lift a little bit more through the left side. Release on the exhale, warrior 2. Drop your left heel down. And finding this familiar shape on this side. Come fully out of the bend in the right knee. Bring your hands back down towards your hips. So always a good idea to take a moment to re-release in the upper body. And that gripping that shows up there is holding on to that field we already burned in 2020. So as we shrug that off, we'll come back into the full expression of warrior 2. Rebend in the front knee, take the arms out wide to a T. Extend your gaze over the right middle finger this time. And that gaze into the near present right in front of us, right there. And flip the front pin, palm forward towards the sky. Reverse your warrior, drop left hand, reach your right hand. With all my friends in the kitchen. Again, using the breath to create the space in the right side body. The strength of the body is static, it's engaged. Find one last ounce of expansion, big inhale. Exhale, side angle pose. Right elbow drops, lift your left fingertips high. So if you're super familiar with your side angle, take any variation that challenges you. Breathing as you engage. And releasing the breath, stay engaged. Last big inhale. Exhale, left hand plants inside of front foot, pop on the ball of the back foot. Reach your right fingertips high. From this twisted crescent lunge, plant firmly through the left hand. Maybe try stepping straight back towards side plank. Either straight back or kickstand your left shin this time. Any variation, lift that right hip. Inhale, strong side bodies. Stay for an exhale. Last breath in, you've got it. Inhale. With control, roll back to plank. From plank, hike the hips up and back, down dog. Step that out for a moment, big inhale. Exhale, lower the seat down, turbo dog. From turbo, glide forward towards plank shape. Take your vinyasa or come straight back to down dog. From your down dog shape, start to walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of the mat. We'll come down towards malasana, a low squat. So if you have sensitivity in the knees, you can just take a seat at the back of the mat. Wherever you're going, if you're taking Vinyasa, draw elbows inside of knees, knees around elbows.
Did you ever say it?
And so as you let yourself stay in this space for a few more moments, drop the eyes heavy to close. Is there one image of something? Is there one thing that you want for yourself, some growth that you want yourself in that middle of the field, middle of that charred field, popping up out of the ground? What could that be for you this year? Maybe even keep an image of that thing in your mind. As you continue to flow through this next sequence, we'll come through a forward fold at the back of the mat. And so, using the breath as a guide, we're going to flow out one breath, one posture. Starting from forward fold, top of, or back of the mat, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, gentle bend in the knees, walk yourself out towards down dog. From down dog, we'll sync up. Next, inhale, breath, reach the right leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach. Knee to chest, step the right foot between the hands. Keep sending weight forward, step the left foot forward as well. Forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, straight to chair. Sit back, sit low. Find a little bounce for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Grow tall, reach high. Inhale. And take an exhale, heavy to shoulders. Inhale, crane pose. Reach the right leg, right knee towards chest. Lower down on the exhale, hover your right foot. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Adding on, lower. Lift, this time hold, kick the right foot away in front of you. Arms come straight in front of you as well. Find that kick a little higher, engage through the belly, and then swing your right leg back towards pyramid. Drop the right foot down, interlace your fingers. Inhale through the chest. Exhale, start to bow forward over the front leg. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, bend into the front knee, set up for crescent lunge. Reach your fingertips high. Here on an inhale. Exhale, open arm twist. Left hand back, right hand forward. Inhale, fingers high. Exhale, open up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Last time, inhale, reach. Exhale, open and stay. Drop the back hand behind you. Inhale, reach through the right fingertips, revolve crescent. Last big inhale. Release to warrior 2 on your exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. In and out with breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Just like those opening postures when we swam the legs side to side. Finding that sensation through the upper body as you swim the arms forward and backward. And gathering those lessons from the year behind us. And pulling them forward towards this next year. Next time you're in side angle, stay there, inhale. Exhale, drop the right hand inside the front foot. Twisted crescent lunge, reach your left fingertips high. You know where we're going, straight to side plank or take your half plank variation. If you have this side plank nice and strong, maybe float your upper leg up and off of the bottom. Keep pulling in through belly, last inhale. And take yourself towards plank. From plank, up and back, downward facing dog. And so maybe that growth surprises you. What you have to do is find the challenge, find those opportunities to create heat. That heat creates change. From down dog, big inhale. Exhale, turbo dog, sink the seat low. Glide forward towards plank, take your vinyasa or leave it. We'll meet up at the back of the mat. From downward facing dog, inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Nice and strong, knee to chest. 2 more times, extend. Hug it in. Last time, extend. Knee to chest, step through. Follow the momentum, right foot step forward. Forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight up, upward salute. Exhale, straight back down, chair pose. Hold the base of the chair. We'll take a bounce for the count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Straight and tall, upward salute. And draw your left knee up towards your chest. Reach high through the fingertips. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the foot to hover. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hover. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hover. Last time, we're adding on. Lift and kick. Extend your left leg out in front of you. Kick long through the lifted heel. Hug in through belly. Inhale. Exhale, swing the left foot back towards pyramid. Set up your shape, interlace the fingers. Proud through the chest, guide from the heart as you tip the chest forward. And floating pyramid shape, last big inhale. Exhale, bend in the front knee, lift your fingertips high. And stay for the inhale breath. Next exhale, open arm twist towards the right, right hand back, left hand forward. Inhale, fingertips reach. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. You've got it. Last time to reach. And twist. Stay open. Drop the right hand behind you. Lift high through the left fingertips. Revolve crescent. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Nice and slow, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Like you're swimming through really thick water, taking this motion side to side. Feeling into the strength in the feet, the lower body. Creating that firm base to find that flow side to side. Next time you're forward, stay there. Full expression, side angle, inhale. Exhale, left hand plants high on the ball of the back foot. Reach your right fingertips high. Press the ground away. Maybe come straight towards side plank. If you're feeling strong in your side plank, take that little extra challenge. Try lifting your right leg up off the other. Last inhale, you've got it. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, up and back, down dog. Let it go through the mouth. Another big inhale. Exhale, bend into the knees, drop the seat, turbo dog. Slide forward towards plank. You know your options, vinyasa or straight to down dog. As we all find ourselves in down dog, take one last big inhale. Exhale, lower the knees all the way down towards the mat this time. Just a moment to reset breath, reset focus, as we move towards a peak posture today. And so these peak postures, these challenge postures, always an opportunity for growth. We've already built the heat, we've built that blank slate. And so as you're ready, draw the belly back in towards the spine, push the ground away, tuck your toes, lift up and back down, facing dog. From here, to really get dog, reach your right leg up towards the sky. Then reach it a little bit higher. Maybe surprise yourself. Keep reaching that leg as you drop the crown of the head. Guide your chest back towards the back of the mat. Last big inhale, lifted. As you exhale, draw a knee through center. Step your right foot between the hands. So if you have a prop, a block that you want to place in front of your front foot, we're setting up for half moon shape. And so we'll set up the feet like warrior 2. The right hand can come in front of the front foot. Start to shift weight forward so that you can drag your back leg up and off the ground. If you're using a block for support, find a height that helps you keep the right hand planted. Maybe start to lift the left fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe keep the left hand on the lifted hip. Working towards using that resistive strength through the center line. That hugging of the thighs. To hold this posture, one last big inhale. With so much control from your belly, see if you can step your left leg back behind you. 2. And take a moment to land here. Last big inhale through the crown of the head. Exhale, send it down through the shoulder. From here, cartwheel your arms, frame your right foot. Shoot your right leg straight up and back to three-legged dog. We'll lower and lift, tapping the right toes down, lifting them back up towards the sky for the count of 3, 2, 1. Keep the right leg lifted. This time, draw the knee towards the chest. Land in pigeon pose so the right shin comes behind the palms. Dropping down onto the right shin in the seat. Extend your left leg long behind you. Untuck the back toes. And coming towards pigeon here. This feels like too much on the hips or knees. You can take a figure 4 pose on your back. You're taking this full pigeon. You can find some height through the chest with an inhale. And release the chest forward on an exhale, any amount. Maybe forearms, maybe forehead. Maybe you stay high on the fingers. And so this gripping the resistance to our own growth, and it comes up in the body by not taking on challenges, by not moving through the heat that creates growth. And that resistance gets stored in the body, here in the hips. And so give yourself permission now to release a little bit. Releasing through that right hip as you bow your head a little further forward. Last big inhale breath in this shape. Exhale begins the transition back up towards a stacked spine. You can tuck your back toes to shift yourself up and back towards down dog. Shake out that right leg. We'll take the same shapes on the other side. From down dog, lift your left leg high, inhale. We'll stay here on the exhale, lift just a little higher. Guide your chest back towards your right leg. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. And kick it back behind you. Knee to chest. Kick it back. Last time, knee to chest. We'll step all the way through. Setting up for warrior 2 through the feet. Maybe take your block back in front of your left foot. We'll move towards half moon on this side. Start shooting weight forward so you can lift the right leg up and off the ground. Play around with the position of your right hand. Balance escapes you, try to come back into the shape. So much engagement through the back. Hug through the inner thighs, engage through the belly. Keep that control as you transition out. Slowly drop the right foot back down towards warrior 2. Take a moment to land. Moderating the heart rate with the breath. Full inhale through the length of the spine, through the crown of the head. Exhale heavy through the feet. And from here, we'll cartwheel the hands, frame the front. With the plan of the hands, kick your left leg straight up and back to three-legged dog. Point through the toes. We'll lower to tap the left toes down. And lift. Lower. And lift. 2 more times to tap. And lift. Last time tap. Lift 1 inch higher. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Moving towards pigeon on this side, drop the left shin down behind your palms. Again, always an option to take figure 4 on your back if that's comfortable. Before descending, try to find some height in your spine with an inhale breath. And then surrender the chest forward any amount. Drop the crown of the head forward any amount. Sometimes it feels like avoiding heat is the easier way forward. But this heat building, creating our blank slate by burning out the things that aren't working for us, the habits that aren't making us stronger. To find that potential for growth. What could grow out of that burn field? One last moment, release a little further into the left hip. Full inhale breath. Exhale to begin your transition back up towards the stacked spine. You plant through the hands, push up and back towards a down dog, shake out that left leg. A couple more moments in down dog. Your fullest expression of the shape from the day. So like you're pushing forward towards the future in your palms. Sending the pass back behind you through the heels. Lift your tail just a little bit higher.
Magnetize your heart back towards your legs. Full inhale breath. Exhale, slowly lower the knees to hover over the mat, turbo dog. We'll hold the turbo dog for an inhale. Exhale, drop your knees down to the mat. And sit back onto your heels, bring your hands towards heart center. Preparing to move fully onto our seat. Take one last moment with eyes closed, hands at heart center. And to kind of crystallize that image that you've created, that growth that you're looking forward to. And keeping that image of a reminder that we don't have to give full effort every hour of every day. But when we can withstand the heat, when we can withstand that burning sensation, and that's clearing the way for that growth that we want. And carrying that image forward with us, we'll come back towards the seat at the center of the mat. Using the seat to transition back all the way down onto your spine. And take your time to roll yourself back down into a reclined position. Put the knees in towards the chest and then shoot both heels up towards the sky. Get a little longer through the backside of the leg, flex the toes down towards your face. And this time we're gonna open the legs out to a V, maybe a little wider than you did at the beginning of the class. And then draw the heels back together in space. A little bit of external rotation through the inner thighs. Opening through the toes slightly as you drag the heels back together in space. And so using that zippering sensation, that centering sensation through the midline, as a reminder of our own focus. Drawing ourselves back into the present as we face challenge. We'll take this glide for 3 more rounds, tapping the heels and then spreading the heels wide. Last time, draw everything in towards center, point the toes up and away from your face. And keep the belly engaged, relax your neck. Lower the toes to hover. And take the toes a little bit lower. Find your challenge point and hold. Pull the belly in towards your spine. And then draw everything into center. Hug yourself. Bring the knees towards your chest. We'll come towards another round of happy baby. Keep your knees in towards your chest, maybe out wider than the torso. Reach for the ankles, the shins, anywhere on the legs. Take a little rock side to side if that feels good. And from here, we'll come towards a bridge shape whenever you're ready. So if you have a block or a prop that you want to place under your low back for a supported bridge, that's a great option. If you want to take a more active bridge, we'll start by sending focus towards the bowl of the pelvis. Tipping the bowl forward towards the belly button as you press through your heels, lift your torso up towards the sky. If this feels like plenty, stay here. If you want a little bit of extra challenge, really heavy through the backs of the shoulders, heavy through the right foot. See if you can kick the left toes up towards the sky. Point through the lifted toes. Stay lifted on another inhale. As you exhale, drop the spine nice and slow back down towards the mat. Drop the back heel or the left heel down as well. And we'll take one last round of bridge on the other side, either supported or any variation. Tipping the bowl of the pelvis forward towards the belly, lift your hips up towards the sky. If you want that little extra challenge, heavy down through the shoulders, keep the chest open. Press down through the left foot as you reach the right toes up towards the sky. A little extra challenge, last moment of engagement, last moment of heat through the inner thighs. Stay there. Keep your focus, engage your belly, stay lifted. Slowly lower the spine down towards the ground. Drop your right foot down. Let your spine recover for a moment. Gentle sway of the knees side to side. Take your feet out as wide as the mat if that feels good. If there's any other posture that's calling for you today, before you come into your final resting shape, feel free to go there now. You're ready to find Shavasana or any back-lying variation, we'll come there now. And today, I encourage you to keep your palms open towards the sky as a gesture that you're willing to receive. Receive some element of surprise in what kind of growth you can actually create. Once we get over that fear of burning the field, that fear of heating the pot. And trusting that these cauldrons of strength, of growth that we build for ourselves and can withstand a whole lot of heat, a whole lot of challenge. We've shown ourselves that this year. And so without this last year being in vain, what is that growth you envision? We'll be here in silence in Shavasana for a few more moments to consider that image that you created. As you seal that image into your mind's eye, maybe it's still crystallizing, maybe it's not fully realized yet. Staying open to the possibility that image will arrive. We'll take one last big breath together, big inhale. As you exhale, transition towards a side lying shape, either your left or your right side. Right side's a little more solar, heat building, left side more lunar, soft. Either variation you take, and draw the knees in towards elbows, elbows towards knees. On maybe this first practice of your year, and considering what brought you here today, with gratitude for whatever that force was. And we'll bring that into our mind's eye. And may it keep bringing us towards this place of practice, of growth. We'll come up towards a comfortable seat as soon as you're ready. And once you find this comfortable seat, you can draw palms towards heart center, let the eyes fall heavy to close. And so with this idea of tapas, of the self-discipline it takes to take risk, and to sustain heat, and to find the growth on the other side. I honor this practice that you shared in today. And we'll draw the thumbs up towards the third eye center. And give yourself a little massage in this place. Release a little bit of grip from the face of the jaw. With a gentle face, gentle inward gaze, from this place of intuition and truth in the practice of yoga, the teacher and student in me sees and honors the teacher and student in each of you. Namaste. Happy New Year, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. A year of growth.